Hey everybody, welcome back to Bleach Wars Builder and my Let's Build of the LEGO brand Nintendo Entertainment System. Last time we put our cover on and got our door in place, so now the console looks complete, but we're missing something. We don't have something that plugs in right there to be able to control Mario on his adventures. With that being said, we're going to tackle bag 8 today, and let's get it started. Alright, so we've got everything spread out here, kind of laid out at least. And we're not going to need the console today, so we're going to set that aside, at least not until the end anyway. And we're going to go ahead and start with a 1x6 blue, and it's got the 5 connectors in it. Also taking a 1x2 with the connection piece. And then that's going to just go right into place on the first notch on the blue. Next, we're going to take our gray staircase, and that's going to go just like that underneath our gray block connected there. Next up, we've got our gray rectangle that is 4x10, and that goes into place right there, just like that, with 2 rows sitting on the back side. And then we need a 1x8, a 1x2 with a hole, and a single stud right there. So for that, we're going to take our 1x2. It's going to go right next to the one with the connector piece already in it, right here. The single stud next to that one, and then the 1x8 on the end. Next up, just a 1x6. That's going to come out to the end of our 4x10, and so now it's going to stick out just like that. Alright, so next we're going to take 2 staircases. Those are just going to go side by side. We've got a 1x6 thin brick coming right there. That's going to go on top of them, just like that. Hold them together. And then we've got a blue stud. And another staircase. There it is. And so we're going to put the blue stud on the corner and connect it like that, so we're sticking out the end over here. And then we're going to take that and go right next to the end on the other side. So now we need a tan 2x4 and an orange 2x3. The tan goes in the corner like that, and the 2x3 next to it. Alright, so now we need a 1x2 black, a blue stud with a little shelf, and a gray cap. And that gray cap is going to go on our stud, and then that is going to go right on the inside where we started, right there. And then the black 1x2 goes right up against the 2x3 that we just did too. Alright, so now we've got our cord and one of our T's right here. So we're going to take one end of the cord, and it's going to go on the T. And it might have to fight a little bit because it is an elastic piece, so it's going to take it a second there. Alright, so now we're going to take it and we're going to feed the cord through all the way. Alright, just like that. That looks like it should go in place a little bit more. Alright, so now we've got our 1x4 and 2 black connectors. Those are going to come in and go 1 and 2, and then that's going to come in and go just like that over the end of our T right here. Alright, so another gray staircase and a single stud that's also gray. Put the stud right there, and then let me get our remover because I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright. Gotta hang off a little bit because we need it to connect to our staircase. Just like that. And now this is where you should be at the end of step number 272. Alright, so that's going to go aside for now. We've got 2 green 1x2s and our gray stage. The 4x6 stage, or 2x6 stage with 4 of them raised up a little bit higher. So we're going to take green and then the other green, and the other one's going to hang off on the side. And then we've got another staircase, or stage, that's going to come and connect right next to it, just like that. And then we're going to take another 1x4 yellow, and we're going to go back to the first green that we put on, just like that. And now we come back over to the controller, and that just goes on where the connectors are on our yellow one from before. Alright, 1x6, and that's just going to go on top all the way across to hold everything in place. And now we've got a 1x2 black cap, a 2x4 black cap, a 2x4 rectangle, and 2 more 1x2 greens. So we're going to take first 1x2 green, and that's going to go in our little gap that's been left over for a couple steps now. Gotta hold that in place. The black 2x4 cap is going to go right in the middle, just like that. The 1x2 cap is going to go a little bit further down, right here. And then the rectangle 2x4 tan right there, and our other green right next to it. Alright, so now we've got another blue stud and our red 1x12 right here. So for this step, we're taking the stud and putting it right in the corner, and then right up next to it, the 1x12. Give it a good push there, make sure everything's flush. Next we have a 1x4 in yellow, 3 1x6s, 1, 2, and 3, a single gray stud right there, a 1x2 green right there, and a 1x3 in white right there. Alright, so now we're going to take our stud and pop that right on the corner. Next up, we've got our 1x4 in yellow right after that. And then one of our 1x6s is going to come across like that, just right there. Coming around the side, our 1x3, and then our other 1x6, our 1x2 in green, and then our last 1x6 over the tan from earlier. Alright, so now we've got a staircase, gray staircase, gray staircase, 2 1x2s with the hole in the middle, a 1x4 thin gray brick, and a 1x4 cap. So what we're going to do is we are going to take the 1x2s, put them right next to each other on the 1x4. We're going to cap it, and then laying flat just like this, we're going to take our staircase and go right up to it, just like that. And then that's going to come in and go right in the middle, just like so. Alright, so we've got a 1x8 yellow, and another single stud right there. Single stud's gonna go in the corner, 1x8 right next to it, right there. Alright, so now we're gonna have 2 1x2 greens. We're gonna have a red circle cap, a black 1x2 brick, 1 gray chair, and 1 brown tee, just like that. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna take the 1x2 greens and put one on each side. Like that. We're going to take our chair, put it over the top. Black is going to come out like that and be sticking out. And then the button, the cap, goes like that. And then that's going to fall into place right next to our green 1x2, right here, like so. Alright, next up we have another tee, another brown tee, our other red circle cap, a thin 1x2 black, and another chair. For that, we're going to take it and put the chair this way, so it's facing to my right again. The black one behind the chair, and the button, the cap on top. And that one should slide in right next to our other button right here. So now we've got our 2 buttons set up. Alright, so now it looks like we're just starting to cap it off. So we need a 1x8 cap, a 1x6 cap, a single cap, a 1x4, sorry, black cap, a directional square, a stud with a line on it cap, our Nintendo logo, the start and select, and a 1x2 cap. Oh, there it is. Hiding down there. Okay. That's everything we're going to need for that. And then we just start moving along here. So we've got, two. We need another directional cap, which we'll see that in play in just a second. So along the back, our 1x8 cap, our single stud cap, and our 1x6 cap go along the back side, right here. Our directional arrow. You want the arrow to be, for the first one that you put in, you want it to be in the bottom right corner. Like that. Our stud is going to go right next to that. And then right next to that, you want your other directional square, but this time you want it to be in the bottom left, like that. And select and start. Right there. The 1x2 right next to it. The Nintendo right next to that, and then the 1x4 on the very end. All right, coming around, we're getting our B and A. It's going to be a 1x6 cap with B and A on it. Our 1x4 cap with this gray in the middle, like that. We need 3 of these directional or lined single caps, 3 of those. We need 2 more directional caps. And we need our cross. Alright, so now we are going to start with our single stud and work our way around. So then the directional arrow this time needs to be in the top right when you put it on. Another single directional stud. Our other square this time is going to go in the top left. Our directional stud again, and our cross is going to go right in the middle, just like that. So now we've completed our D-pad for controlling. In the middle here we've got our cap with the gray in the middle, just like that. And then B and A right there. So now we've completely capped this off and we're ready to start building on the outside over here. So for that you need 4 2x6 caps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 2x3 cap right there. So now, just coming along, we've got 2x6, a 2x3, and a 2x6 on the outside. On this side, we've got a 2x6 again. And then the other one on the other side like that. So now we've pretty much got this almost complete, guys. It's very close. All right, so now we need 4 single studs in black. And 4. 1 single gray cap. And 2 bricks that are gonna look kind of hard to see. See, these are very specific ones. These are right here. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out just a little bit so we can get our cap right in the middle. Right like that. So now these are actual buttons that you can set up. These 2 are going to go right in the middle, and that's going to be our start and select button. So guys, this part is now done, and we're going to move on now to actually make the connector part to put it in, to be able to plug it in. So for that we need a 1x2 and 1x2 with this little grabber or gear piece on the end. We're going to take that and we're going to put them together just like that. And then we're going to take another 1x2 and another one of these with the grabbers on the end, the gear piece, like that. So now we've got it double stacked here. And then we've got a black chair that has the 4 studs on the back. We have another one that has 2 studs on the back, but for this step we need the one with 4, the 2x2 on the back instead of just the 2. So we're going to take that and we're going to cap that off just like that with the studs on the back side. Then we are going to take a 1x2 and our other chair now, and then that's going to go again with the studs sticking out together. And now that's going to come just underneath like that. Alright, so for this one we need our 2x3, our 2 black pyramids, 1 and 2, 2 single studs with a hinge piece, so 1 and 2, and our other T right there. So now for this one, you need the 2x3, you need the pieces with the hinge, or with the clasps for the hinge, and you need them to be looking vertical as far as orientation, so that way they're lined up right with what you got to do. Then we're going to take our pyramids and our T. The T is actually going to go in the hinges, just like that, and lock into place. And then the pyramids are going to go on each side of it with the slants facing out. So 1 and 2, like that, to give the contour for the control plug. So for that, we're just going to take it and put it on the back of our other one, like so. And then last step for this bag is you're just taking it and connecting it to the other end of the cord, and it's going to try to rotate on you because it is in a hinge and it's not actually locked in place, so you got to kind of play with it a little bit. Then, once that's done, we'll bring back our control deck, slide that back into here. Slide that back in, and then this should plug in right like that. It's not going to stay in there super tight, but it is in there. And now we're plugged up. So that's it for this bag. And guys, that finishes the control deck. We still have a whole lot way to go. We're not even close to being done yet, but I did want to show you guys something as far as this part of the build. I love the detail and everything, but a couple of videos ago, and I'll have links to those down in the description down below, I noticed in video 6, part 6, we built this cover. But before that, in part 5, we built this side right here. And what's neat about this is if you've ever played the game, this is a little Easter egg that they did. This is part of World 1-2, guys. This is iconic. And super excited, I was super excited to find this out. So this is the staircase towards the end of the level that leads you to the lifts. Mario's right here. These are the lifts that go down. Right here in the middle is where a Koopa Troopa, a red Koopa Troopa would be waiting for you. And there's a secret power up here on the end. These lifts go up. This is your exit pipe to exit the level normally. But if you continue going on over here, guys, this is your warp zone. This would take you to worlds 2, 3, or 4 in some kind of order. 3's in the middle, I know that. But that's super neat that they included that Easter egg. That's why that cover comes off so easily there. And you can just put this back on just like that. Again, this opens up. You can get the cartridge out just like that. So far, I love this build, guys. And like I said, we're not even halfway done yet. This just finishes the first book. We've still got a whole nother book to go. We've got to build something to put Mario on the screen on. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell so you know when I'm putting out a new video. I try to put one out every week. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time when we start building our TV for this build. Thank you so much for watching.